guys, I'm Kelly Jace and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about how to grocery shop on a budget. So I spend under £200 a month for six of us for food shopping. So that's two adults and four children. So my actual total combined was £190 and 28 pence for 4 weeks worth of food. So Monday to Sunday, we have a set menu, and that menu we will repeat for those 4 weeks. If the kids come up to us and say they've got suggestions for other ideas of meals they want, or we see something to mix up a bit, we will change it. We've recently changed our weekly menu to include a few other things. So I'll tell you about that along the way. But we are always looking for ways to make it healthier and mix it up a little bit, because sometimes it can get a little samey. But I mean, we have the 3 meals a day. Everyone's got snacks. And yeah, so I'm going to share with you how we did it. To do this, you definitely need to have a car. You definitely need to go to more than one shop. So really, when I do shopping day, which is around the middle of the month, it's an activity. So you need to block out maybe 4 hours of your day to do this. So we've got the car, which the seats can, because it's a car for all six of us, but the seats can go flat, so we can just fill out the back of the car with the groceries. So when you go shopping, do not take anyone with you. Go with your partner. Do not take the children shopping with you. It will completely destroy the whole plan. Now, I managed to always get a couple of shopping day treats for the children, be it a bag of foam sweets or something like that. But we don't tend to do treats and sweets in the grocery shop. If the kids want to have a spending money, which they want to manage themselves, then we will give them £1 or whatever it is they need to go to the shop. Some of the older kids have their own jobs, so they get paid like their money. On a Sunday, so they can buy their own treats as well. So this is kind of aims to cover the food. I also get things like bleach. I buy washing scourers, bin liners. This month I didn't buy shampoo and conditioner, but I normally buy a big shampoo and conditioner for the family, which lasts a month. But last month I bought a couple shampoos and a couple conditioners, so that's rolled over. And I bought a couple of hand washes, so again, that's rolled over. So before I start getting into what our meals are, so Farm Foods and Lidl's are the two shops that we go to combine, to do our combined shopping. It's normally £100 in each shop, but the last shop we did, we changed it up a little bit. So I did, I've got the exact figures here, £130.79 in Farm Foods and £59.49 in Lidl's. So that was a combined total of £190.28. I think that was my lowest monthly shop. But there was a small hiccup that we did, because in Farm Foods there's a lot of multipliers. So you can buy like 3 bags of some product for £10, 5 bags of something for £4. So there's like multiplier things. So you need to remember what you're picking up so that you get all the multipliers so your price tallies up. Now, one of the products that we buy normally changed price, and I think we were on autopilot to do what we were doing, because it's a long day of shopping, and we picked up a few things. So we missed out one item on the most multiplier because it had changed price, and it was only like in a different package, and it didn't collate that multiplier package. So it's a little bit more than it should have been. So in theory, next month I'm going to make sure we double check everything we pick up and everything adds up to the right amount of multipliers, because I think the products we bought that was £10 went up to, I've got the receipt here, it went up to 3 items for £12, and that kind of threw us off a little bit when we got to the receipt, when we got to the end of the till, because we're like, oh, okay. But that's fine, it's a small error which we've learned, and we're still under £200 a month, which is good. So for this kind of level of shopping, you will need to have a large chest freezer. I'm going to put a link in the description for you where I got my ones from. So I got mine originally from Argos, and the large one, I can't remember how many litres, I think it's like 180 litres. Again, I'll write it down below. It's like a double, like chest freezer that opens like that, and it's about £200, £209. And I have two of those. I have one in the kitchen and one where I am now, which is in a shed outhouse kind of building out in the garden. And I keep the bread and milk and like ice cubes and ice lollies and frozen fruits in the outside freezer, and then all the actual meal stuff in the freezer, the big chest freezer in the kitchen. And then we've got the normal fridge freezer in the house, which when I have things that I've opened in the big chest freezer, I will then move it to the normal sized kitchen fridge freezer, so that I know the open stuff's in that part and then all the sealed stuff's in the big chest freezer, which to me is I just like to keep it that way. So I'm separating the things that I've opened. And then before we started getting the shopping really streamlined, there was a few bits and pieces that I had in the freezer, like maybe a bag of fish cakes or whatever's in there that was open, so I can keep all the open stuff and some of my vegetarian and vegan stuff in the normal fridge freezer. So I'm gonna give you a few tips on really how to keep your shopping down to as low as it can be. So as I already mentioned before, you need to really, I mean, depending on where you live, we go to Farm Foods and Lidl's in Pitsea, I believe, and they're in like kind of a shopping area where they've got like Poundland, McDonald's, Farm Foods, and it's all together. So we can put the car in the middle in the car park. I'll get a trolley from Lidl's or Farm Foods and then just empty that first one into the car and take the trolley and then do the other shop in the next shop. The main thing really to do is make sure you've planned your meals. This is important in order to make sure your shopping is really streamlined, so we know exactly what we're buying. So I'm going to tell you the meals that we do to give you an idea. If anybody wants an actual copy of my receipts to see exactly what we are buying to make this up, because again, if this is for 6 people, this is for 4 kids and 2 of us. I mean, if you had only 2 kids and 2 adults, 1 kid, 3 adults, whatever, you can adapt it. And it'll be far less than what I spend, and I still know I can get this down, just this bill down a little bit more, just because of the mistake that we made with the multi-buy thing. So I'm going to give you the list of what we have for our main meals, which is dinners, because obviously I'll start with those first. So Monday we will have tuna mayonnaise pasta and a jacket potato. And then sometimes we can have salads or without salad. It depends on how big the potatoes are. Tuesday, we've got a fish steak, noodles and salads. Wednesday, we do, which is a new item we've added to our weekly menu, we do a fake away doner kebab. So from Farm Foods, you can buy doner kebab meat in bags and it's 2 for £3. So we've got those, and then I get red onions and chop those up really like into half and then really thin, and then put a teaspoon of sumac, which is a Turkish spice. I don't know how to describe it really. It's a bit salty, a little bit lemony-ish. It's a black powder, and when you go to like Turkey, they have it on the red onions and they toss it in that with lemon juice and they leave it to sit. And that's the onions I use in the kebab. I don't know what the word for sumac would be in English. I think it's sumac here as well. You can buy them in like Mediterranean shops or those kind of things. And it's just a bag of like black looking salt or black looking powder. So with that, you can chop up red cabbage, you can chop up some salads. And we do that kebab with American fries. On Thursday, we do rice, curry and naan bread. We have either korma or tikka with chicken. Naan breads come in packs of 2s. So for the kids, we'll cut them into pieces and give them a piece of naan bread with their chicken curry and rice. The rice we normally buy in big bags, so I don't buy that every month. That rice will last me, I don't know, 2-3 months. If you can't get the rice, sometimes farm foods don't always have that big bag of rice, or Lidl's don't. You can go to the African or Caribbean shops or the Indian shops that sell, or the cash and carriers that sell the big, 10 kilo, 25 kilo bags of rice. It's really good just to keep in the house in case, I don't know what emergency you're expecting, but in case of an emergency. So for Friday, we used to have bolognese, but now we have lasagna, which is, normally I'd make a lasagna from scratch, but they sell in farm foods now a ready-made lasagna, family size one, and it's free for £10. I need to double check that, but yeah, I think it's free for £10. And garlic bread and salads, and also if I've made a lot of the sumac onions, I will keep it in a big mixing bowl in the fridge, and I'll serve that with dishes. I love. Well, me and David both love those onions. So Monday and Friday's meal, the kids are able to do that themselves if they wish. So if the kids feel like they want to cook, then they can do the tuna pasta on Monday or the lasagna. And I tried the lasagna for the first time yesterday. Actually, it was nice. It wasn't bad for a ready-made lasagna. So popped it in the oven for an hour, chilled out, and it was ready. So no fuss. What have we got here on Saturday? So Saturday we do a fake away, which is kind of like a fake KFC, and we get the burger buns, the chicken burger, hash brown, I think sometimes, and burger cheese. Sometimes David puts bacon in it, depending on how the mood is. So what does that come with? That comes with, used to be chips, but now we do homemade wedges. Now, the reason why I'm doing homemade wedges now is because the other day when I went into Farm Foods, they had 7.5 kilo bags of potatoes for £1.98, and my eyes were like those cartoon eyes, like, so I got 2 bags of those. So I thought, you know what, instead of having so many frozen oven chips, I will make like fresh wedges out of potatoes. I've got seasonings and stuff in the cupboard from all the trips to like Morocco and Turkey that we've been to, so I've got like spices and stuff to make them all flavoured, and I will cut those into small wedges, lay them on a tray, season them and oil them, and roast them with the fake away KFC burgers for Saturday. Sunday we do a chicken roast with Yorkshires, potatoes, we've got plenty of potatoes, gravy and stuff like that. So I've already got 2 or 3 boxes of gravy in the pantry cupboard, so that's always handy. So those are the meals that we have now got for this month, and as I've said, they have changed from the month before, so we had different meals. So normally when the kids will be going to school, so for the breakfasts for everybody, it is a choice of cereals, toast and spreads, or porridge. And then for Saturdays, David does a fry up for everybody as kind of like late breakfast lunch, so kind of like a brunch really. And then Sunday again, the kids can make their own breakfast of the choices from the toast, cereal or porridge, and any of the spreads that's in the cupboard. This shopping also includes their packed lunches as well, so for school. So for the packed lunch, they've got sandwich with a choice of filling, which can be jam, peanut butter. I know one of the kids' schools don't allow peanut butter because other kids have nut allergies. I still don't understand what that has to do with anybody else. But yeah, so spreads, any flavoured spreads. I also found out the other day as well that for the whole time I've been buying like strawberry jam from Lidl's at about £1.19. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm sure there's cheaper jam than this. And the other day I looked at the shelf and I was like, wait a minute, this brand of jam has the same kind of same kind of jar and same flavour, just with one's premium, one's not premium, and the other jam is 59p. So I'm thinking, well, I can get like twice as many jams for this. So I've got the 59p jams. We'll try that out. I know the jam we normally buy is quite fruity and chunky, but one of the kids doesn't like the fruit chunks, so this might actually work in favour for being cheaper and for being enjoyed more. by the kids. So lunches are sandwich with choice of spreads, and they can make that themselves. Piece of fruit, so it's either a satsuma or a crunchy apple. A bag of crisps, a kind of like a digestive biscuit bar. And what I do on a Sunday is where I've got half a freezer full of frozen bananas. Um, I will, and that's been in there for a while, so I can use I defrost the bananas and use them. So I will make a big kind of, the roasting trays that you use for me. I will make a cake that thick in it, and I will slice it into like a banana cake. So it'll be eggless. It's basically just self-raising flour, granulated sugar, and defrosted bananas that are blended with milk, blended with water. And I will mix all that. I don't measure it. I just mix it all together. And sometimes I put like sprinkles in it, or I can put Oreo pieces in it. Again, I've got all these pieces in the workshop where I have a side business, so I've got all these extra pieces. I've got all these extra pieces in here, like the chocolate bits, Lotus biscuit bits, and you can mix that all together. So I blend the bananas with defrost the bananas, blend them with milk, mix it with the self-raising flour and some sugar, and then I can add a different thing into it. So it can be something like some jam, strawberry jam to make it strawberry flavoured, add chocolate powder to make it chocolate banana cakes. Each time I try and make it a bit different. So that cake will be like a whole tray, and I'll cut those into pieces and make, I think it must be 20 portions, 5 days a week, 4 kids, 20 portions of the cake, which can go into the packed lunch as a little treat. It's completely, I want to say it's completely vegan. It should be, completely vegan, because I use the blended banana instead of, I don't use eggs. Oh, it's not vegan because of the milk, but I have used oat milk. So it's up to you if you use milk, water, oat milk, because I sometimes have oat milk in the fridge for myself. So that's an easy way to bulk up a packed lunch if the kids want a little treat. It's just a small stick of cake, really healthy. And I love making it. It's so easy. I just blend it until it's the right consistency. Put it in the oven on about 180 degrees. Leave it in there for like 45 minutes, or until the cake comes away from the tin, so you can see it's got a nice little crust. Put a knife in it and see if the cake is cooked all the way through, so the knife is dry. And then that's it. Let it to rest. Wrap it in cling film in the fridge. And I've got a box of like cakes in the fridge, and everyone can add that to their packed lunches. So that's quite convenient and easy. The only problem is I killed another food blender, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the cake for this weekend. I'm going to have to end up mashing bananas by hand. So it's my birthday soon, so I need a blender, please. Okay, so that's what we have for our week, and that will be repeated for the 4 weeks until the next shopping day. So in the shopping, things like eggs, for example. So we have, I buy the eggs for myself mainly, and they use them for the Saturday Friday. The eggs in the fridge last for the whole month. So I have, we put it by, how many eggs? We put it 18 eggs in one box for about £1. And then we get 4 of them, because I for dinner I will just have like 2 hard-boiled eggs and a can of sardines and some of the onions, some of the sumac onions for my dinner, just so I can manage my weight and stuff, wedding dress and all. I also wanted to mention with the Farm Foods receipt, where's that one? With the Farm Foods receipt, my original total came to £142.79. But what I do is I have Farm Foods vouchers. So normally they would come through the post, and it's like a Farm Foods leaflet you used to get, and then you open it and it's like you can cut out the vouchers, and you can use more than one. So you'll have vouchers that say, if you spend £50, you get £5 off. If you spend £25 or £20 off, you get £2 off. So what I do is I will combine them. So my shopping, let's say it's £140 as it was, I used a £5 voucher, a £5 voucher, and a £2 voucher. So you can only, the vouchers, you can use as many vouchers as you want, but it can only come to 10% off of your shopping. So if I was spending, so I spent £142, the vouchers came to £12, so that came that came off of my bill. So my final bill was £130.79, and I'll use the vouchers every single month. So the vouchers, you can obviously, as I said, they come through the post automatically, and I just use them for the month. But now I get them. I get an email. I get a notification. So I went to the Farm Foods website and signed up for subscribes to their newsletter, and they send you all the discounts, all the deals that they have in a month. And then if you scroll down the bottom to the bottom of the newsletter, it says click here for vouchers. So you click on it, and then when I go shopping, I have that open in my phone. Let my phone go off and put it in my pocket. When I get to the till, he can just scan all the vouchers that he needs to scan to make sure it comes up to 10% or less. And that's easy £10-12 a month I'm getting off my shopping, and that's basically £10-12 of free food, really. So I know for this year so far, I mean, it's March the 20th now. This year so far, David and I have only bought 2 takeaways, and it's something we weren't planning to buy. So we said we're not going to do any more takeaways for this year. But his phone broke, and he needed a new phone, which is fine. Phone is a necessity. You need that. It's no problem. He bought a new phone, and I was straight on like a vulture. Can I have your old phone? Can I have your dead phone? Because the phone wasn't charging. So I said, please can I have your old phone? He goes, what? It's not working. So what do? As ingenious as I am, take the phone to get it fixed at one of those like phone repair shops in the high streets. So the phone guy says, oh, it's like £50 to get a new charging port. I said, okay, that's fine. So he's fixing the phone. The phone's come back, oh, it's fixed now. I said, okay, can you buy this phone off me now, please? So obviously we're just haggling. I already researched knowing that I can get £110 for the phone. It was in good condition. David always keeps his phones nice in the case, unlike me, where I have all cracks all through mine, where I've got butterfingers. So we take it to the shop. The guy says to me, £50. I said, no, can I sell you the phone, please? In the end, basically, he said that he agreed to the £110 for the phone, took out the £50, and just gave me the £60. So that was £60 for free. So we split that 50-50, David and I, and we decided we wanted a treat. I really had a fancying for fish and chips. So we had that takeaway. Just very naughty, but it wasn't with money from our salaries. That was so we had a new thing. So we created a new deal where if we sell something in the house to minimalise the stuff, and we make a bit of profit from it, then we can use that money on just treating yourself to something nice, like a little takeaway. So yeah, I mean, that was a very rarity. But I've always got my mind on where I can try and get a bit of extra cash and this. So I'm not touching no one's touching their actual incomes or salaries on frivolous items that they don't need. So we've also found something that's a nice little treat as well. Instead of having a takeaway, I don't know if you guys know about the HelloFresh boxes. So basically it's a box of food, but box of ingredients, not a box of food. Box of ingredients that is delivered to your address. So you can have 2 people, 3 people, or 4 people. And then you can have 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. Then you can have the boxes covered for you for a week. Then you can have 2 meals, 3 meals, 4 meals, or 5 meals. It will change depending on how many people you have. So I think maybe a month ago, we sold something else. So I'm trying to minimalise and downsize our stuff. And what was it? Oh, maybe some video games. And then David gave me, every time we sell something, we will give each other 50% of the profit, so that's a little bit of pocket money. So I bought myself a Groupon voucher for a HelloFresh box. I've used it before a long time ago, so it's quite a nice concept, and it's something that David and I can do together. So £28. The Groupon coupon was £28 for 2 weeks worth of food. So that would be 2 people, 3 meals for 1 week. And in the box comes with the exact ingredients, so there's no food waste, a recipe, like an A4 piece of card with a recipe and a picture on the back. So it's kind of like an activity. So it comes to your doorstep, it tells you what day you deliver it. Each week there's a different selection of things you can choose. So you choose what you want. chose the free meals for that week, chose the different free meals for the following week, and then it will deliver it. So that Groupon, I thought it was a really good bargain. And we had the kids. We made dinner for the kids from the normal shopping, and then we had like a little date activity for ourselves to do in the kitchen, which was really nice. I think it shows how well we can actually work together as a team in the kitchen. It was really, really good. David is convinced he's the head chef, but secretly I'm the head chef. But I allow him to think that he's the head chef so that he has a sense of, hierarchy. But if you're watching David, I'm the head chef. And it's really fun, and we haven't had a bad meal yet. It's all been quite delicious. I mean, I think, so far my favourite one was the tacos with refried black beans and fried halloumi, and also like a Caribbean flavoured sausage and mash. So it was really fun, really exciting. And then also with the voucher, you can send out free, like FREE free boxes to a friend or family. So that person, if they're at a different address to you, can get a box for free with up to £42 worth of food in it, but you got to pay £3 for delivery. And I think it's genius. So I recommend you getting the Groupon coupon and trying that. And then make sure you send out the boxes to a friend or family in a different address and choose some meals for them, because it's just nice. I really enjoyed it anyway. I will put a link for the HelloFresh website below, and I'll try and find the Groupon and put a link in that below. But if you have any questions about anything I've said, or you do want to see my exact Farm Foods and Lidl's receipts, then please let me know, because I'm happy to email that to you or take a picture and send it to you so you can see exactly what I've bought. And then if you have the same amount of children or you have less children, you can see what I've bought and you can adapt it, because we don't have not a single bit of food waste. I think probably the only food waste we do have is maybe a little bit of rice left over in a pan, but I will tend to, because I work from home, I will tend to fry up some eggs and a bit of tomato and have that with the rice as a little lunch snack, because I don't normally eat lunch, but if there's a bit of leftover rice, then I will fry that up with something tomatoey and oniony. So I did mention that you have to have a chest freezer and a cask. So in the chest freezer, I buy 15 loaves of bread for the month. So that's equating for 20 sandwiches for the 4 children. So 20 sandwiches is probably about just under 2 loaves a week. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 8 loaves a week. So I buy 15 loaves of bread. And the bread's about 35p a loaf in Lidl's, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it's all in the receipt if you want to see. 15 loaves of bread, which I keep in the outside freezer, and I buy 10 to 12. I think they're 4 plastic 4 pinters of milk, and they all go in the freezer outside. I had a bit of trouble with people coming down at midnight and drinking milk out of the carton, and just like I put a whole 4 pinter of milk in the fridge. I woke up in the morning and the milk drinking fairies would have been, and all the milk was gone. So what I do now is, I think I mentioned this in the previous video, that I put milk in the bowl for cereals, and then the kids can pour the cereal as much cereal as they want in the bowl, because they only pour the right amount of cereal in the milk because of the amount of milk. It's just food psychology. And again, I'm happy for anyone, if they want an extra bowl of cereal, to ask, and I will create an extra bowl of cereal. No one ever does, so that's fine. But my biggest thing is when people eat cereal and there's like that much milk left in the bowl, and it just, I don't know, I feel heartbroken, because I'm thinking there's people in other countries who would die for that kind of milk. So I will pour the right amount of milk for the kids, and if in the chance anyone does ask me for another bowl of cereal, I'll just pour another bowl of milk. It's not the end of the world. The milk always lasts, so I always have a little bit extra at the end of the month. I will never go to a local shop and buy milk. It's like, I think it's about £1.80 to £2 for, probably even more than that, for a 4 pinter in a local shop, and I get I think it's two. It's 2 for something, like 2 for £1 something. I can't remember exactly, but it's like 2 for £1.20 or something like that. which to me is a really good deal. So yeah, I never run out of milk. I don't think the only time I ever go to the local shop is if I want to stretch my legs or if I'm in a mood for a chocolate bar or something, which is rare. But yeah, I won't tend to. No, I won't tend to go to a local shop for food stuff because I've got everything in the house for the month, um, and all like things like ketchups and all that stuff. All the things in the pantry are always in the pantry. So milk and bread I buy for the month. I work out how much I need a week, times it by four, um, and that will stay in the freezer, and I will bring that out so often. The reason why I get so much milk is because David has hot drinks as well. So that uses some of the milk, so that's the reason why we get so much milk. But just so it never runs out in the house, really. Now, for those of you who don't have the expendable cost to just go out right now and buy a chest freezer, maybe think about dividing the monthly shop into weekly. Make sure you get to like a Lidl's and Aldi's, the farm foods, Iceland's. Don't go shopping. And I've seen this on TV before. I've seen people go shopping in their local corner shops or the local shops. It's so overpriced. You won't get any value. Make sure you go to actually a supermarket, and if you can't right at this minute fork out £200 outright, it'll be worth it, I promise. But if you can't fork out the £200 for a chest freezer right away, then divide your shopping weekly if you can. Most of the shopping is frozen. So like a lot of the frozen vegetables that we get for the roast dinners and stuff, it's all country mix or different sorts of bagged vegetables. Apart from things like we keep in the fridge, like carrots, onions, salad balls, and cucumbers. They're kept in the main fridge. But again, when I use the salad, I'll cut off the chunk that I need and wrap with cling film and foil so that it doesn't get oxygenated and go off. So I mean, everything lasts really well. My fridge is perfect temperature to make sure things last well. I don't have anything go off. I don't throw away any foods. If you can only fit 2 weeks worth of food into the house or 1 week's worth of food into the house, when you buy for example, the tuna pasta meal, I will buy 4 bags of pasta. Because I beef the tuna pasta out with a potato, I buy 4 bags of pasta, which is about 29p in Lidl's. You can just buy the 1 bag of pasta and then the 1 jar of mayonnaise, because about half a jar of mayonnaise, and it's the jars of light mayonnaise that you can get from Lidl's for about, I think it's about 60p, 70p. Again, it's all in the receipts. And then the cans of tuna come in packs of 4. So you can use 2 cans of tuna for 1 tuna pasta. Or you can use 1 can if you want. It's up to you. I like little flakes of tuna in it. But then you can just divide that, bring that down. The only thing is that things like the potatoes or things you buy in bulk will be there. So but then you can keep that in the cupboard or keep that somewhere in the kitchen. The shopping that I do myself needs to be bought all together, because it's part of the multi-buy. But if you maybe take a day, go to Farm Foods and go to Lidl's and have a look around and plan it. You know, like the thing is that you can walk around the shop as long as you want. You don't have to buy anything. Get a notebook or your phone and plan it and say, okay, I haven't got a chest freezer. I haven't got a big car to fit a month shopping in. So how can we do this smart? So for example, you buy some of the things that are free for tenner that will fit in the fridge, and then you can say, for the following week, like say for example you buy 3 lasagnas for £10, you don't have to use those lasagnas all in 1 week. So you can keep those 2 lasagnas in your freezer and then buy the rest of the week's stuff, and then the following week you can buy the other stuff, but you don't have to buy the lasagna because it's all in the freezer. So I mean, try and plot out a list or a way that works for you. This is just the way that works for me, because I to me, shopping is something it needs to be done. So it's not like, it's nice to get out of the house, but it needs to be done. So we just do it all at once, get the best price, and then that way I don't have to have any stress. So everything's in the house when I need to make the kids' food and David's food and my own food. So it's all there. So there's no need to go shopping once a week. And we're all busy people. Everybody's busy. Everyone's working or caring for kids or doing something that they need to do. So the last thing you want to do is spend a couple of hours every week going shopping when you don't have to. You know, it's just, I'd rather spend my time doing more valuable things or more things that I properly enjoy than every week thinking, oh, every Sunday let's go shopping, every Monday let's go shopping. You know, it's just added stress to get it all out of the way once a month and done, and then you have all that time to relax a bit more and do more enjoyable things. So included in the shopping are things like the kids. So we make sure the kids are drinking plenty of water, and we buy them So there's a pack of 4 flavoured water bottles for 89p. Now, the younger child, he's got his own drinking water bottle with his lunch bag, so that's a spare one for either myself or David to have. But so the other 3 will take that, and then I'll come back and they can refill that drinking water bottle with water or cordial for school. So we will buy 4 large bottles of cordial, summer fruits, orange, blackcurrant, whatever's there, and they will have for dinner. They can have a jug of cold icy cordial, and it's there for the week. So like it's there for the week. Sometimes it will go quicker, but I will either keep it back and then bring it, make a jug for dinner, or sometimes I'll just leave it on the table and see how long leave it on the kitchen table and see how long that juice lasts. If it runs out after a week, it runs out. I can drink water. It comes out the tap, so there's no drama with that. But yeah, I mean, I think sometimes just out of laziness, I just say, okay, the cordial's here. This has to last a week. If it's gone, it's gone. End of the day, I've put it there, so it's not going to stress me out if it all goes. So let's have a look at what other stuff I've got. I didn't mention these. Yeah, so we have this month we didn't buy any tea or coffee stuff because we've got like 2-3 tea bags because David drinks a lot of coffee. I've stopped drinking hot drinks now as part of my kind of routine. So there's a lot of tea bags left over. So we didn't have to buy tea bags or sugar because I've already bought 25 kilo bag of sugar online for the cakes, and I've got 25 kilo bag of flour to make cakes as well. So that's already in the workshop, so that doesn't need to be bought. But we have packs of biscuits for the kids if they want a little cookie, a little biscuit, and warm drink, or a little biscuit and milk for like before bed or something. So we buy 5 packets of biscuits, and it's not expensive. The biscuits are between 35p and 60p for a packet. So then everyone can have a couple of biscuits and a hot drink or a bit of milk. What else is there? We've got bubble bath, shaving gel. So we have a couple of sweets for the shopping day treats. We have got like bathroom stuff in there as well. So, this is what impressed me in Farm Foods. We found toilet rolls. Now, 6 people in a house, 2 toilets. Toilet roll is literally, I don't know where it goes, but it's just, okay, it's not that bad. But we found, a bag of toilet rolls with 18 rolls in it. It was four times these 18 roll portions, 4 times 18 toilet roll bags for £12. So if you think about that, that's 18, 72, don't quote me, 72 toilet rolls I'm thinking for £12. So that's good. So what I do now is my room is just full of toilet rolls, and I'll just put 2 out at a time, or I'll put a few on the back of the water tank thing in the toilet and put some on the back of there. And then we've got toilet rolls for the whole month, and that I'm sure, like normally I only buy 18 for the upstairs bathroom toilet and 18 toilet rolls for the downstairs one. This was twice as much. So I'm going to have more toilets left over for the end of the month. So I mean, me personally, when people tell me how much they spend on shopping a month, I'm like, oh, really? Because the thing what you do, and what I used to do as well, is go to the aisles, just I fancy that, and then you have things go off. So the waste, I don't have any sort of waste at all. But I think, we've got a little pizza treat as well. I got a few cans of tinned strawberries because I put the cold tinned strawberries on my hot porridge. And I used the strawberry syrup to make the porridge instead of using milk or water. So yeah, I mean, I think that's really it, to be honest. If you have any questions, pop it in the comments below. Don't forget to find my group Maximise Your Life on Facebook. If you can't find it, again, make a comment below and I will send you the link or send you some information. But please, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and maximise your life. Have a great day, guys. Bye.